I never imagined that laughter could cut deeper than a knife. But that night, it did. We were sitting in our living room, the lamp casting a warm, soft glow on the walls, when Emily leaned back on the couch, wine glass in hand, and laughed at me. Not with me, but at me. "You know," she said, her voice thick with mockery, "sometimes I wonder if you're even man anymore. You never touch me. It's like you don't even want me." Her words hit me like a physical blow. My stomach tightened, my throat went dry, and blood rushed my face. I stared at her, speechless, for what felt like weeks, months, really. I had been trying to reconnect, but she was always the one pulling away. Tired, busy with late-night work calls, claiming she wasn't in the mood. And now, she was twisting the knife, mocking me for something I knew deep down wasn't my fault. I forced out a shaky breath. "Emily, why would you say that?" She sipped her wine, smirking as though this were some kind of joke. "Because it's true. Don't look so shocked. Come on, James. How long has it been? A man is supposed to desire his wife. You barely look at me." Her words echoed in my mind long after she went to bed, leaving me alone in the hollow quiet of the living room. But part of me twisted. Why was she accusing me? Why was she mocking me? That night, lying in bed while she slept soundly beside me, a sickening thought crept in, a thought I had been pushing away for months. She wasn't mocking me because she felt unwanted. She was mocking me because she already had someone else. The next morning, I couldn't let it go. I sat at the kitchen table, my coffee untouched, turning cold, while Emily hummed to herself, scrolling through her phone. Every so often, she smiled, that private, secret smile people wear when thinking about someone they shouldn't. I asked casually, "Who are you texting?" She looked up, startled, and quickly set her phone down. "Just Claire. She's planning another girls' night." But her voice was too quick, too rehearsed. Her phone screen tilted just enough that I couldn't see. That was the moment I knew. The days that followed blurred together in a haze of suspicion and silent dread. I started noticing little things. The way she lingered in the bathroom with her phone. The way she dressed up more for girls' nights than for me. The lingering scent of perfume even after late nights supposedly spent helping Claire with wedding stuff. Every excuse piled on top of the last, fragile and flimsy, until the weight of it all crushed any hope I had left. I needed the truth. One evening, when she left her phone charging in the kitchen, I made the choice I had been resisting. My hand shook as I picked it up, unlocking it with the code I knew by heart. And there it was. Messages, not from Claire, but from Daniel. My vision blurred as I scrolled. "Last night was incredible. Can't stop thinking about you. You're everything he isn't. Next weekend. Same place." And then the worst one, the one that shattered me completely. "You make me feel alive in ways my husband never could." My chest tightened. Breathing became difficult. I set the phone down, hands trembling. It was true. All of it. The late nights, the distance, the mockery. She wasn't just cruel. She was unfaithful. I sat there for what felt like hours, staring into nothing before finally going to bed. She was asleep, her back to me as if she had nothing to hide. That's when clarity replaced anger. I couldn't stay. The next evening, I waited. She came home later than usual, hair slightly tousled, a faint scent of cologne clinging to her clothes. She smiled like nothing was wrong, as if she hadn't just betrayed our vows. "Hey," she said lightly, kicking off her heels. "What's for dinner?" I stared at her, heart pounding. "Emily, we need to talk." Her smile faltered. "About what?" I swallowed hard, voice steady despite the storm inside. "I know about him. Daniel." Color drained from her face. Lips parted, no words. She stammered. "James, it's not what you think." I cut her off sharply. "Don't insult me with lies." I saw the messages. For the first time in years, she looked small, fragile, guilt replacing bravado. Tears welled in her eyes. I didn't mean for it to happen. I felt so alone. "I thought you didn't want me anymore." I laughed bitterly. "Hollow. So your solution was to mock me, humiliate me, betray me." Her hands trembled as she reached out. "James, please. It was a mistake. He means nothing. You're my husband. I love you. I pulled back, shaking my head. Love? You don't get to use that word after what you've done. Her tears fell freely. Please, we can fix this. I'll lend it with him. I'll do anything. Her words, desperate as they were, felt empty. I had given her my trust, my heart, my loyalty. She had shattered them. I stood, chest heavy but decision firm. Emily, I want a divorce. Her sobs filled the room, raw and sharp. She collapsed onto the couch, hands over her face. No, please don't do this. I'll change. I'll be better, just don't leave me. I turned away. You should have thought about that before you gave yourself to someone else. The following days were some of the hardest of my life. Emily begged, pleaded, even got on her knees for another chance. But every time I looked at her, I saw his name on her phone, his hands on her body, her laughter mocking me, the intimacy she had given him instead. There was no going back. Divorce papers were filed within weeks. Relief? Not quite. What I felt was heavier, a mix of grief and liberation. Grief for the life we once dreamed of. Liberation because I was free from lies and betrayal. On the day I moved out, she stood in the doorway, tears streaming. I never thought I'd lose you. I paused, suitcase in hand. You didn't lose me, Emily, I said quietly. You threw me away. And with that, I walked out, leaving not just a house, but the ruins of a marriage that could never be rebuilt. In the months that followed, I healed. Nights were lonely, yes, but honest. I didn't have to question where she was, or who she was with. I no longer doubted myself. Betrayal doesn't just break hearts. It reveals truths. And the truth was, I deserved more than apologies, more than her tears. I deserved someone who saw me, wanted me, and respected me. Emily wept when I asked for a divorce, but her tears meant nothing by then, because at last I understood sometimes the greatest act of love you can give yourself is the courage to walk away.